Hello friends, how are you doing today? We are starting today a little bit earlier than I planned, but yeah, it is like this. I hope you don't mind too much. Um, yeah, today we are going to again continue with Famousity mobile version in Godot. And yesterday, hello everyone. Yesterday we were able to finish the combination of cards and also the playing or executing the actions. And today I would like to focus on these actions indicators on in the game, so you can see what is going to happen. Like when there is a steal going to happen, there should be a hand, like a steal hand and stuff like that. So we are going to do that today. I think two of those will be quite easy, but one of those might be a little bit harder to do, but I think I might have a solution in my head, so hopefully we won't get too much trouble to implement. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. So first of all, we will need to create our indicators. So for that I have some models which will represent the specific indicators, and we will start with the steal action or steal indicator. Let me add it to the scene. So it should be something like that, like some hand which is about to take a card from the player's table. And yeah, basically this is a model. We need to a little bit tune it so it looks like a hand. I need to color it and stuff like that. And actually we go here, we will create a new scene from the hand, and we have the model here, which is this one. We need to actually make it smaller, that's for sure, and that's here. So maybe 1.1 is enough for our purposes. Okay, we will save it as a scene, and this will be called steal indicator. Okay, let's go back here. We can remove this object from here and add a scene directly. We are just basically doing this for the terms of getting the right size here. Okay, so first of all, we need to set a proper transform in the scene. So this one needs to go, needs to be in the, can we just, yeah, I will reset everything here. Almost. Yeah, I probably will need to firstly set the correct size. Actually, maybe that's not too small. Yeah, but probably we need to have it a little bit bigger so it's more visible. Yeah, so something like this. You can see it on the card, over the card, and it's clear that this card is going to be stolen, and you can probably react by canceling the action. So yeah, but let's make it a little bit bigger. So maybe, I think this might be too big, but let's try it. Okay, save game, and let's go here. Oh, I think that's just right. Okay. Now we need to make it a proper color, or basically what actually one more thing here. I need to move it to, so the fingers are pointing to 0, 0, or approximately to that. So we can maybe something like this. Okay. And I will also add a light here. We can try directional light. So this light will make the hand look like, yeah, make the hand not so dark. And let's just point it from the above. Okay, and one more thing to do here is to set up proper color. So to do this, we will need to create a new spatial material, and let's change the color. Yep, something like that could work. Okay, let's see it in the game. I will need to restart the game. Okay, so this looks good, but it's maybe the table color should be a little bit darker. We can tune it later, but for now it's okay. It's what we need to have. And yep, so that's the first thing. We can remove it from here. So we have a scene for scene still indicator, and let's go to code and go to action manager, and we will create our backed scene still indicator scene. Let's initialize it in the ready function. So this ready function will start will be run whenever the node enters the scene tree. And this will be resource loader load back scene, and this should be res. Let me just find it. So I'm not okay. Res assets. Actually, not assets. It will be scenes. Still indicator. DSCN, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, and now every time the action is executed, no, the action is played, we need to add an indicator to the scene. So we will have a switch here for action card action. Let's go to still, and let's instantiate the, actually this is a spatial node, so we can set the position of it. Still indicator. We will also need to store this still indicator into some map here, so I can later remove it from the scene when the action is executed, or when, for example, the action is cancelled. So for that we will create a map here, actually this dictionary, this will have a key as our card ID, and this can be a spatial, so, or actually we can just use node here. We need to only remove it. So action indicators. Okay, and let's put it into the dictionary. Action indicators, card ID, and still action. Okay, now we need to properly set it to the place of the card, which will be actually our target cards here. So for that we need to find out the target card. Which is actually card to be stolen. We can just copy this card to steal. And our steal indicator, get tween. So I'm thinking it should maybe go from the player to the card, so it's clear that it's which player is stealing it. And for that we will need also a player here. We will use it from here, game manager, run manager, get player node. Okay. And we will remove this card as fine. Actually we don't have to do it from the player, we can do it from the card here. So let's move this one to the bottom, and let's use this card as a source of the position. So let's tween the, wait, we didn't put it anywhere in the scene, so we can create a node in environment, which will basically hold our actions. Actually the spatial action indicators, container, and let's get a reference to this one. So action indicator container, this will be spatial node. Actually it doesn't matter if it's spatial or not, but we can make it spatial. Action indicator container, get node, root game environment, and this one. Okay. Okay, so this will be parent of our of this still indicator, a child. Okay, and now we need to get a tween for that. So still indicator tween, and we will tween it to the proper location. So tween interpolate property, translate. I think we can use the global transform. Let me just check how is it if it's with the... Am I not using it in the camera? A music transform property. Yeah, so it should be global transform, I believe. Okay, that's the proper... No, it's a object of... We want to twin, so that's a still indicator. Then the property. Then the source position, which will be the card position. Card global transform, and the target position should be the target card here. So card to still transform, global transform. Duration, let's make it 0.5, and we will also do scale. So this will go from 0 to hero or 1. Okay, and let's start the twin. And that should be it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we added here. We are twinning it from the global transform to okay. Okay, and one more thing here is to remove it from the execute action when the action is executed. So when the action is executed, we need to remove indicator here. So let's just action indicators, find it in the by the action card ID, and we want to just remove it from scene, and for that we will use what's the method here? Not dispose, but I forgot. Which one are you? Q3, yeah. This one, okay. And I think we will also need to remove it from the parent. So action indicator. The parent will be the action container. So remove child action indicator and Q3. Okay, that should be it. Maybe we can also do some animation there, but for now I will just do this. We can tweak it later when it's all functional. Okay, so we can try to test it. So it really depends on the opponents, because I cannot play the actions for now. But we can just play the game. Okay, I have 3 here, and he says 3 too, so I think I actually want some interesting cards, so not too bad. 1, he's got 2, And I have two as well. This one as well. So I have women. We can put this one. Okay, no chance here, so like just keep the return. This is a bit risky, but I can risk this card. Ah, he's got two. Okay, this looks good because I can win this card on my hand, on my table. So let's do this. Ooh, nice. This one. Okay, so as you can see here, oh, this was a still action here, there, but I missed it. Yeah, I think the problem was the rotation. If I checked it correctly, So using the global transform will also use it as with the rotation. So for me, it will be better to use just the global position and move it there. But let's see. Okay, I will try to pause it when there is another action. Hopefully. Okay, I will leave my cards here so someone can steal them because they are quite good. So I will give them chance. I won't combine anything. And oops, what did I do? Oops. So yes. Okay, yeah, so it's a little bit bad that we don't have like this steal action, but maybe we can simulate the steal action as well. But how to do it properly? Okay, you know what I will do? I will not remove the child when the action is executed, so it will stay on the in the game, and we can, based on that, we can figure out what needs to be adjusted. I'm also a little bit worried about the color, because I thought that I saw just the... Yep, there is it. Okay, I forgot. I thought I will have... Okay, never mind. Okay, let's try it again. This time I won't remove the card, the indicator, so we can see clearly where it is and how it's positioned, so we can tune it a little bit. And so this is just for the first one, then the other ones should be clear from this one, so that's why I'm taking a risk to experiment with this one, or taking time to experiment. Or maybe I just could already set up the origin as I think it should be. But there is another thing I want to do. I want to actually move the or rotate the card to the direction of the player which is still in the card, so it's clear which player is going to steal it, even if you don't really notice it at first, like when the action is executed, because it is important when you have to know which player it's going to steal it. Or it's not, you have to know, but it's good to know. Okay. Okay, basically we can... Actually I have 2 still cards here, so I will just remove them from my hand. They should go back to the deck, so they can be dealt later. He's combining. That's fine. She's used the steal action. This is a strong card, but I don't have two same symbols here. Okay. Okay, got it here. So yep, so it's rotated all the way around because of the card. So what do we need to do here? The color is fine. I thought it's too black, too dark, but it's actually the right color. But it's just not visible properly, and that's fine. And we need to go to environment and action indicators. Yeah, so the rotation should be 0 and 0. Well, the y-axis won't be 0, but this one will be. Okay, so So, okay, how do we want to proceed with this one? Do we want to just change the origin? We can try to do this. So this should change the origin from card to still, but I will want to move it a little bit down, like half of the weight of the card, height of the card. So plus vector down. I'm not really sure if it's going to be down. And the rotation. And the rotation should be also different. So, okay. Let me use this global transform here. So the first of all, the card global transform is fine. But this one, we need to rotate it. If I do this, it will rotate the original. Okay, yeah, it rotates it, but I don't want to looking at that. This is what I'm looking for. Returns a copy of its transform rotated in such as the z-axis forward point towards the target position. But for this one, we need to set the rotation. So basis is the how can I make it just not rotated? I'm looking at. So z-axis of the card is which one? It's down. Or up. Points towards the target of position. So if we use this, it means that the card is this way, so the hand will be this way, and if we this will be rotated here, but we need to also rotate it this way. Actually, I'm just going to do this, so I'm not sure about the down anyways, if it's the correct way to do it, because down in a global transform won't really be down. It would be much easier if I put the still indicator on the card directly, because I could set the proper rotation and origin. Okay, let me try this. I'm not sure if this is going to be the right one. What's the card width? Constant. Yeah, 0.5 should be fine. Actually, we can check it here. How much should we move it? Where is it? So that's the still indicator. Yeah, so it will move the Z. .2. 3.4, so it's 0.8 or something like that. Okie doke. Okay, so we have a translation, and we need to also, we actually need to just set the look at. Still indicator look at from position. Moves the node to the specified position and then rotates itself to position towards the target as per look at. So in global space. From position, so we can from position, so this will be the card to steal, global position. And the second one will be target, so that's the card, global transform origin, and first will be up vector, so points towards the target as per get operation to global space. So up should be our I think it should be basically the y-axis. It's nothing else. Vector 3 up. Okay. Actually, I think I will need to invert those two. Like flip those two, because now it will be, so the card is this way. Actually, where is? Where is it? So the cube, still indicator cube. I'm looking for the rotation. This is the this is Y, yeah. So red one is X, and now we are going to. So it should be like this. Y, Z, increasing, so now like this from this one. I think I will need to rotate this one around the y-axis, but we will see. I thought this will be a little bit faster because it's not too much to implement here, like you see, but the problem is that it's harder to test because I cannot play the cards, the actions myself, and I have to wait for the bots to play them, and that's a little bit tricky. Maybe we can do something here. Bot client. Process play action. Play turn, process cancel action, combination, check steal. Check steal. So it's checking the steal, and I maybe steal card. So it's trying to find out if there is some good card for to steal. And it's trying to find out all the combinations of my cards and what's missing. So if you add this card there, but we can override this one, and if he has some steal card, so we need to send this one. So anytime there is some card on the table, he will try to steal it, so we can just force this to be a little bit faster. If true. Combinations done. Combinations done. Return. What do we need to return here? Let's move it here. So if true, still complete, and I just comment this. Combination done. Return. Combinations done. Okay, I'm not 100% sure that this will work, but I think so. Okay, so let's just restart this server. And now let's try to play it. So now it should do this, that every time bot has some card on the table, in his hand, and there is some card on the table, he will try to steal it. Either if it's good for him or not, but he will try to do that. Okay, something was removed here, and I believe there is some. Okay, yeah, something not okay here. Play action, steal. Yep. So steal was played. Taylor Swift. It's this one, right? No, the Taylor Swift is. Oh, the play action. And what's the target? I don't know. Okay. I'm trying to find out what's the best way to do it, because now it's really not. So we have a play action. Yeah, so this was played. As you could see, the card was just going away from the table. But it's actually not bad, because the card is going where? The card is going to remove card. Okay, so it's going away, but the... Okay, so what happened there? I didn't see the indicator. Already complete. Okay, so we need to... Mhm. Okay, cool. So now we do see the card here. No, we see the hand here. Okay, and look at is incorrect, and it's actually, I know why. Okay, but we cannot just really move it down or up from where we want it, because it depends on which card is going to be stolen. Because these are facing the other way, and then these ones are... We can move it closer to the center. So this player should be the one who's stolen it. Okay, so first of all we need to rotate this one as I expected. So let me rotate it to... Wait, who is stealing this card now? So it didn't really rotate. Look at position. Or did it? Oh, I didn't move this card anyway, and at all, so that's why it's not up or down. Okay. Let's focus here. So now, where'd this card go? Nowhere? Is he stealing his own cards? That's not that's not what I intended to do. Okay, so this makes sense then. Like this is okay, so when he... So we want to move this hand 90 degrees anti-clockwise. 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Z-axis. Correct? Okay, and maybe actually we can just move it to here. Like down this way. Just a bit. Okay. I have to steal cards here. Oh, okay, he's stealing my card. That's better. Yeah, if I move it down, it won't be in at the center. Card 2. I'm not now trying to think about the proper movement here. So it should be the card to steal, and we should be able to get the transform, global transform, and the basis should be the one I'm interested in, right? So the basis of this transform contains the x, y, and z basis vectors and is responsible for rotation and scale. So if I have a card x90, so I'm interested in global transform. I'm interested in the what axis? I'm not sure, but I think I can use the is it going to be, this is z, this is x, this is y, and this is z. So if I rotate it here, is this going to be y? Maybe. Actually, I want to move this one back. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Slowly but steadily. Combination. Mm-hmm. Okay. Actually, I think I got it right, but I need to just put minus here, so it's not. It's minus 0.5. And it's still a little bit darker than I actually want it to have be. So maybe we can set the light. Where is the light? This is one. And a G. I also want to set the emission. Emission on, so it's a little bit emitting its own color as well. Okay. Oops. Ooh, oh man, come on. So wait, does it? Oh, actually changes with. Yeah, I have a directional light, and I basically have 3 directional lights there. If I put 3 still indicators on the scene. So this is not what I want actually. I will need to have only 1 directional light for the whole scene. And not only for the specific model. So let me remove this one here. And we need to add it here. So we will create a new child node. It's going to be node. Nothing special. Called lights. And we will add direction light here, directly here. Okay. Actually, yeah, the color is okay. What am I missing? Do I need to restart the game? I'm not sure. Actually, for this one we can just put the still indicator here in the scene. Okay, yeah. So I have it without light here, I have the light here, and yeah, the color is fine. Okay, this should be okay. Looks better. It looks much better. So we can remove this one here, and now it should be exactly as we want it to be. Okay, so while it's the game is playing itself, we can try to implement another indicator, and that's the destroy one. So this will be very similar, that's why I'm copying it. And actually I will do a block here, so we can have a separate context. Tween, still indicator, destroy indicator. Card to destroy. Maybe the hand is a little bit bigger than I want it to be. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. From this point of view, it's not that big, but it might be a little bit smaller, I believe. But that's something I can do off stream. It's not like something I have to do right now and tweak it. So next thing is the destroy indicator. So the destroy indicator will be, actually I still want to move it a little bit more down. So 0.6 I think should be fine. 0.8. Okay, and we need to add a destroy indicator. New inherited. I don't need camera. Can I delete it? Can I send in from? Okay, so I need to save it, right? Scenes, destroy indicator. I still cannot do it. So let me just turn it off. Animation. I'm pretty sure I could do it, but I'm not sure why not now. Oh, interesting. I can add more nodes here. I also am sure that I can modify the other stuff here, such as these sticks, which needs to be a little bit bigger. So actually we will use this one. So we will use x0. Oh, did I move? Okay. And now I need to let me just put this scene here so we can see how it looks like. Scene. Okay. Tester indicator, and we need to make it smaller. Oh. Can I? I cannot just make it smaller one by one because it will mess up the positioning. And I cannot make this one smaller because I want it to have like the vector 1 as its original position, original scale. So how do we solve this? Can I add a container here somehow? So spatial node, and can we move this into this container? Okay. Cool. Actually, oh, now I can remove what I don't need. So I don't need this. I don't need this lump. Okay, and everything else is needed. So I will just make it smaller. So 0.5. Okay, let me go back to here. What? What? It is scene. Did I mess it up when I moved it from there to there? Okay. Yeah, I can live with it. So I made it smaller and then I moved it back to the original parent. So it's not messed up, but I need to make it even a little bit smaller. So let's move it back to my spatial. Let's make this one even smaller. 0.3. Oh, it is here, but it's also showing the original card, original cylinders and stuff like that, so that's not an issue. But I just want to compare the size of it. Yeah, it's still big, so even smaller. This might be too small. 0.15. Okay, this is the good one. One more thing. Let's move it back to the original position, and let's make this. Let's move this one up, so it's above the 0. No, this should be fine. So now we move these ones back to here. Okay. In this case, we don't need to be looking at the position of the one who've done it, because it doesn't really matter if the destroy is who played the destroy, because it's not going to be available for that player. So I guess we can remove this part, and that's it, I think. Okay, I removed the wrong part. Need to remove it from here. Okay, and that's it. Another one we need to finish. Okay, I'm going to do one more here, and that's the cancel action, and then the exchange one I will probably do off stream, or maybe on Monday. I will see how much time I will have, because this one's going to be a little bit trickier, I think, because we need to have some line from one card to another one. Maybe I can try it. Okay, but the cancel action should be pretty easy. So basically what this should do is to just remove action indicator. So action in the action card should be the target target card ID. Cancel action. So we need to just basically do this. Yeah, with some indicator, but that's going to be the card which is going to be played there. So this is something I need to figure out how to do then. Okay. Yeah, so basically the action indicators. So we may copy this part here. Instead of action card, we will use the target card, because this is the one we want to remove, and we want to remove it from here and then from here. Okay, so one more action is left here, and that's an exchange. Okay, I'll remove this one. I'll remove this. Maybe not. Actually, yes. Maybe I should keep this one. Actually, it doesn't matter. It does. Oh, this should actually never happen. Like, if that happens, that there is a bug on the back end. But that's not the case. That's not the case because that would break the whole game. It wouldn't matter to fix it on the front end. Okay, so yeah, I'm a little bit tend to try this exchange one. Okay, I can start with this. I can start with it. I have a little bit more time, so I can do it. So let's go to exchange indicator. So we will do the same thing here. So let me just show it. So this exchange indicator, okay, it's not this one. It should be the arrow. So yeah, so there is some line that should go from one card to another. New inherited. Yes. The currency. Okay, so if I remove it from here, can I? What's the proper way to do it? Like, okay, let me just try this spatial and make a scene from this one. Nope. Save as branch. Okay, just save it as a test. Okay, let's go here. Let's put the arrow here. And let's expose the children. Editable children. I'm sure I could do it before, like, I'm not sure why. Can operate on nodes the current scene inherits from. So... what? I can operate on nodes the current scene inherits from. Why? Okay, never mind. X, Y, and Z. So let me just adjust this value so it's scale of 1, because we are going to try to scale it to the distance of the card, and I actually want to make this one a little bit narrower. So yep, and what about the material? We can use the spatial albedo. I want to make it green. Maybe, or maybe blue. Blue is everything else, so make it green. I think the green is the color which is used on the desktop version. if I'm not mistaken. So yep, let's save it. And one more thing here to find out where is the z-axis. This is fine. This is so x is this way, set it this way. Okay, so this way. That's correct. So we have start here and that there is an end there. Okay, let me save it. We will save it as the exchange indicator. I also would like to add some arrows here, but for now I just want to test it. So let me remove it from here. This is a spatial we just created. Actually, I want to check the size if it's not too big. Where is it? So scenes, exchange. Maybe it could be a little bit narrower. I'm not sure about this color here. Why is it black? Because is it because the light direction? I don't believe this is the case because it's from top to bottom. So maybe there's some issue with the... Let me just put it here. Directional light. Maybe there is some problem with normals in the model. That might be the issue. Interesting. Maybe we can put some emission here. That's not good. I think there is another issue here. Wait, remove the emission and try to... yeah, so there was some problem with normals there. Okay, fine. Okay, maybe we can use the camera from this way. Oh, that's fine. Okay, so now remove it from here and prepare it here. So exchange. This is going to be another one which it's going to be harder to test, but I can do similar thing to the bot on the backend, so it's it's initiating it anyways. So let's go here, and now. Okay. Actually, like this. Still indicator will be called exchange. And the first card. Oops. Oops. Come on. The second card. So we will add the exchange indicator, we will have a twin, we will look at from position. So position of first card, and the second card will be the target position. So it should rotate it the way from to the card, and then it should interpolate property origin from the card to the first card. Yes. And interpolate the scaling, that's fine. And one more thing, we need to set up the we need to set up the scaling to not only one, but the which axis? It's going to be z-axis, right? Z-axis will be not z-axis. Wait. If I put it here, I need to change, yeah, z-axis, to change the length of the arrow or the line. So this will be 1, and z-axis will be distance from first card, global transform origin distance to second card, global transform origin distance to the not distance to, but just distance. Okay, and let's go to the server, and we will try to do the similar thing for the exchange action. Actually, I'm not even sure that exchange action is implemented here. It might not be. Yeah, it's not. It's just the cancel and steal. The exchange is not implemented here, so they never do exchange. Just a little tip for you when you play it against bots that cannot exchange cards right now. So, meaning that this is not going to be testable currently, and that means that we need to wait for the for the proper implementation of local player actions to see this is an action. So we can imagine it working, but we can test it just when it's going to be possible. And that is going to be on Monday, I believe. And that's going to be the next big chapter, and that's interactions. Well, not interactions, but actually playing the action cards. So the good so yeah, this is the good place to end the stream, and I'm just on time. I wanted to finish at this time. So thank you all for watching. The next thing, as I said, will be the implementation of playing the action cards. And yeah, take care. have a good weekend, and see you on Monday. Bye bye, guys. See you.